All right, guys, we are back.
We're back.
I don't know what that was, Methods, but
That
I
was
like
a
it.
little staying alive, staying alive.
Really?
Oh, oh, oh,
Your dancing is
staying
absolutely
alive.
terrible. But can I come to your senior prom just to like videotape it?
Want to bring me to prom? Is that what you're trying to say right now?
As long as you buy me a limo, I'm in.
As long as
Anyway,
you
back
love
to the
me.
action. It is time for game number 3. We were waiting on Baby Prey for what felt like an eternity, but he's in. He's ready to go. Let's see how they face off in Blitz now. We're going to the map Warhawk, and let's fly around this bad boy. Methods as you tell me where are the key portions of the map to lock down.
So on Blitz, we want to lock down is that red truck right in front of Gina's. Pretty important to hold.
This truck here?
Yeah.
All right.
That loading dock side to make sure no one can overextend your water tower. And this American side is pretty crucial. You can sit in this back American area.
Back America?
The back right here.
All right.
You can shut down this right side of the map, and you can actually push up to about here and just spawn trap them in the right
They
screen.
can't see your screen, but I like you telling us about it.
Well,
So you want a player at truck, you want someone over at America.
yeah. And then someone watching water tower. Then your OBJ just sneaking through it, just trying to slay through the base.
And I want to watch Apathy at the start here.
All right.
The man went absolutely huge in domination. Kind of a quiet game of search and destroy as he put up pretty decent numbers. But
Yeah.
how does he play on Blitz? I like his loadout. Very fast class here with the MTAR.
Yeah, very aggressive player when you come to Apathy, but he was taken out rather quickly. But he can fire back. He just had to keep the aggression up. Sensor. Already. Ooh.
Sensor busted
Doug
through with that.
Martin. Yes, right now the national champion is 3-0. He's pushing up this loading dock side with the submachine gun actually cutting off to the mid map, and right now he's 3-0. A few points to his name to work on that specialist bonus, and I just
4
don't
points
see
already.
anybody on SB at all using an AR. I mean, they're playing a 4-sub aggressive blitz game right now.
And here we go. Saints is going in for point number 2. Gets stopped. Nice defensive stand, but there's teammates there, and that was just capped by Apathy. We're on board with Sensor, the captain, again, as he is sneaking along this left perimeter. No one is looking for him on Cloud. Everyone's surging forward, trying to help out their teammate on loading. 2 will fall, and they will spawn right behind Sensor, but not in time to stop him from capping. It is 3-0 Strictly Business.
Yes, we're at the start. We see a 3-0 lead here from Strictly Business, playing it really smart. I mean, like I said, I've yet to see any assault rifles from any of these SB players. So, super aggressive, style they're rolling with, and it's working pretty well. Sensor going to be taken out right there. 2 down for SB, but we're not going to be able to get a kill on this far right. And he has to get to a few members to get to their base. Unfortunately, going to be taken out. And now Cloud has a few things to work with.
And we are going to see Sensor here on your screen again, going up top of the 18-wheeler, trying to take the top route, spotting that player behind the red truck that you talked about being so important to hold down. Cloud, they are so paranoid. Everyone kind of running around their base for the moment, and no one is pushing up on the map. Finally, some movement on the far left side, and that is going to be from Koala. But Sensor, despite the defensive setup, just walks right in and puts the cap down. There's 2 more players inside the Cloud base. Apathy working with Saints to cap again number 5 and possibly number 6.
So, right now Saints is just chilling in Diamond. He's about to get a kill, runs out of ammo, but he's just trying to slay over here, sort of challenge anybody that comes his way. They're actually spawning up on their flag now, so Renato needs to sort of make some moves to outgun this player. He actually picks him off, great shots by him, but he has to sort of slide in rather quickly as he does. And right now, looking at a 6-1 game as a player from Cloud is able to finally get them on the board and score a point.
Dito just locking down Gina's. Meanwhile, I have Saints highlighted again. He just capped, spreading all the way across the map as Dito's taken down. Apathy, Sensor, and Saints all continue to push forward. Sensor just went in for his 4th cap, now 7-1. And Sensor is on a 6-point spree right now, going for his specialist perks. Let's see if he can get the bonus. Just about 2 or 3 kills away, and his teammates continue to cap. That time, it was Apathy again.
Yeah, so Sensor pushing up this left side American. Might be able to get a kill back 18-wheeler. He actually does. So there's only 1 player near him right now, and he's coming from Gina's, so he may die right now. There's a player right behind him. Sensor going to be taken out right before, and, his specialist streak is going to be ended. Apathy, last one alive here for SB, trying to make some moves. What he can do right now is he has an open path right to that zone. If he can just run back American, he has a cap, right in front of his eyes. So
defensive stand going down for Strictly Business at their base. 8-3. Apathy about to go and make it 9-3 with this capture. And I like what Strictly Business is doing now. They've known that Cloud, or they've realized that Cloud is getting more aggressive, pushing up on them. They're going to continue to send one, and now they're playing three-man defense, definitely adjusting mid-game to your opponent's strategy. They are doing an excellent job here in the first half of Blitz.
Yeah, so Apathy scoring yet another point right now. 10-4 in favor of Strictly Business and SB. If they keep this up, just keep trading caps, they're just going to win this game by, a lot.
A billion.
Trillion,
Somewhere
billion, million.
slightly less than that. Shots going down from behind the truck. Apathy deals with it after Sensor is cleaned up. Apathy can't get the second kill. And there is a player that snuck by. This one is going to be Hawkery. Hawkery gets in despite the spawn shots from Apathy, and it is a still pretty close game. 10-5 is not too
you may
big.
think that's, a big deficit, but 10-5 is rather not easy, but it's not too hard to come back from. I mean, if Cloud can go on a tear with some slang and some sneak caps, and maybe even trap SB, they can be back in this game with just 2 caps.
You're watching as Hawkery will be taken down. Bounds now having to play defense. Strictly Business continuing to push forward. Apathy at the red truck will be challenging Aegina's. And nice kill there from Bounds. Very patient, got it done. But a 5-point deficit at the half. You switch sides. How do you come back from that, Anthony? What's the key to victory on Warhawk?
Keep your head straight and just sort of start slaying a lot more. I mean, just maybe get 3 or 4 down, have one player cap. And we saw earlier when we watched Optic play, we saw Clayster sit on top of that 18-wheeler and trap them coming back from Diamond Alley or the actual Diamond Building. So if they can get a player there and have a player just constantly come and cap, I mean, they can easily be back in this game. But one thing they got to do is they cannot let SB overextend and keep trading caps with them. They're going to need to, get caps, but also stop SB from gaining more.
I like what I'm seeing out of Baby Prey. He's now 12-8, totally bouncing back after an extremely rough search and destroy game. The best slaying total for his team, and he also has 2 captures. I think a lot of it is due to his change in weaponry, going from the sniper, going from the MTAR, now pulling out the Remington.
Yeah, he's actually playing, a little slower than we saw before. He's just holding down this dock side with the AR, and that's exactly what you expect from an assault rifle player off the start of this map. He should check his right here. He's gonna be taken out easily. But Baby Prey sitting at 12-9 right now, 2 down for Cloud. As SB is probably gonna try to capitalize on this. Hawkery is sitting top jug, gonna fall to Sensor. So.
And it did look like Hawkery's having a little bit of lag issues. Hopefully nothing's going on with his connection.
He's skipping quite a bit, so connection issues obviously are always going to come up. And online Call of Duty, you really can't sort of avoid those when sometimes they take over. But people need to try not to focus on that too much. His team, their connections are fine. They just got to sort of pick up his role.
Right.
Although he's lagging quite bad. They just got to work through it, and hopefully they can make something happen here.
Sensor, 4-point spree on your screen with his MTAR working on this right side. You can see the mini-map. No one pushing that direction. They're all at his base. And let's see who's pushing in for the cap. It's Baby. Does he see the player to his right? No. Cannot spot him. And now it's going to be up to Hawkery working with, it looks like that is going to be Bounds on the far right. Nice 2-piece for Hawkery. This could be 2 caps. Unfortunately, Hawkery falls, but Bounds is there, and the cap goes through. 12-6. SB, they continue to double up their opponent's score, but there's still 3 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock, and Bounds is now on a 5-point spree.
Yeah, so right now, Bounds, I think it's a 6-point spree now, actually, with that kill, unless I'm mistaken. But, SB spawning back on their flag. They're going to need to slay these players down. Yet again, Bounds with a huge gunfight right there. Another cap coming in for Cloud. 2 players actually behind Bounds. And I'm pretty sure SB is aware of this, and he's going to be taken out by Sensors. So, but Cloud needs to make something happen. They're down by 5. Like I said, not too bad of a deficit, but they're definitely going to need to make some moves. And I think SB is about to get another capture.
Yeah,
so there it is.
Just slipped in. No one saw him going on that left side of the mini-map, and he just will put another nail in the coffin here for Cloud. Switching over to Dito, the new addition to the Strictly Business lineup. And talk to me a little bit about Dito. Is he a stronger SMG or AR player?
Definitely an AR player. His shot's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, he could definitely use a sub as well, but, an AR is what I've seen him use and what I know he could definitely thrive with. He's that player that is there for kills. Tell him to do something, he can do it. If you want to say, go for kills, we'll play around you, he'll do that. If you want him to go for caps while slaying, he could do that. So depending on what his team wants him to do, Dito can definitely fill, any role that comes in his path.
And if you were playing with Dito, what would you tell him to do?
Use his AR and just kill things.
Just slay.
Just slay.
Just work on that slay game. Well, right now you got a very sneaky Saints trying to come by the post office, sitting inside the truck. Has a player directly to his right. Doesn't see him, doesn't care, can get in for a cap. Meanwhile, his opponent did just score 13-7, a minute 30 left on the clock. Another player inside the Strictly Business base. He is cleaned up. Nice defense, and Renato will streak in for number 14.
Yes, right now it's about to be mathematically impossible if SB just holds your base for a bit longer. SB, all you can do is get maybe 3 or 4 down one more time, and this game is, that's all she wrote. But, 7 caps, it's going to be hard, but Cloud's going to need to, yeah, I mean, at this point,
Apathy's playing with his food here, man.
But it's possible, but just overall, SB's gonna take this map win. Unless Cloud can somehow shock the world and make a comeback, I'm gonna mark this down as a win for SB.
And SB is celebrating. You can see it in the gameplay from Apathy, just toggling on and off his different sites. They are so happy with their performance in this 3-0 sweep. 45 seconds left on the clock. Another cap from Bounds, and Baby Prey, he started off 12-8, now 16-18, really getting shut down in the second half. Bounce trying to stay on top of that leaderboard at even 17-20 for the moment, but it's just been strictly business. They've outslayed their opponents, they've out-strategized their opponents, and they played much, much better defense here on Warhawk Blitz.
Yeah, so SB gonna take up the 3-0 sweep, and we haven't really seen any upsets all day. We were close with an Optic gunpoint match, but we've just been seeing utter domination from these top 8 teams so far throughout this tournament.
They're looking good. Saints closing out our final 8 seconds. Apathy with the most kills in the game, dropping 22, 16, and 5 as Strictly Business will officially end the tournament for Cloud.
So I wonder if Cloud's going to be back next week. I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see if they can make a run next week. Maybe they can fix their mistake, clutch some VODs, and sort of hop back on into scrim. The last thing you want to do is get discouraged and get down on yourselves and even make
So as a player, what advice do you give this Cloud team? What were their strengths, and more importantly, what are the weaknesses they need to work on over the next 6 days?
They were getting outslayed, and they weren't paying attention to their minimap as much as they should have. Minimap awareness is one of the biggest things in Call of Duty. Once you have your minimap awareness, you can sort of, without call-outs, you can sort of divide the map. For example, if there's 3 players on the left side of the map, you can look at your minimap, realize that there's 3 players there. I'll go this way, I'll go middle, and just sort of split the map, and just fix your mistakes, watch some VODs, and don't get discouraged.
All right, so that is the lessons from Methods. Take notes, kids. He's a smart player. Guys, we'll be back with more matches right here in the U.S. preliminary qualifier. Hopefully, we'll have some round 5 action. If not, we'll have more greatness from the round 4.